Everyone, welcome back to another another live stream of Yandere-Chan by Zero Q Dimensions. I don't know. I think they're a pretty old visual novel developer. I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so when I die this time, I swear to God to you that I will change the MC to Megatron's, just like I promised. So, just so you know, I haven't forgotten. So, just saying. Let's see. We're gonna load the game. There's a lot of new people here. Hey guys, thanks for coming. I think it was this one because it's 21:19. For some reason, this goes by a European clock instead of a normal American clock. I think that's like 11 or something. Or no, that's actually the 21 minutes. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, pretty sure it's this one. Okay, so we left off with trying to invite Mia. Sit with Mia instead. Oh yeah, dude! Oh yeah, that's right! Holy shit, I totally forgot. No, oh yeah, we freaking committed suicide. That's right. She stabbed me. I fell off the school, and yeah. Okay, so I guess we're gonna start a new game then, if that's the case. All right, Megatron.
I'm Megatron. It's very nice to meet you all.
Okay, so we're gonna skip all this because I don't know how to skip this game. I think I guess I just do this. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna skip it, because we already been through all this, and if I start a new game thing, then it won't get my name thing. So okay, we already know it's Mia. Let's see if I can remember what I picked the last time. This kind of sucks because there is no skip button in this game, so at least I don't think there is, but from what I've seen, there should be a skip button, but there's not, so. Yeah, this is about Megatron getting a waifu. You know, it'd be pretty awesome if you could actually change the her name to Optimus Prime. Name her Optimus Chan or something like that. Okay, let's see if I can remember what exactly I picked. I think I was being cold to her in terms of like not really giving her as much attention as you would normally would, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Wow, this is long. Jesus Christ, dude. Okay. You thirsty, girl? You thirsty? There's something I want to talk to you about. Now, okay, I'm pretty sure I put you thirsty. And she was like, oh, Megatron-chan! Why are you so sexy kawaii? Steven Chan. Totally. Put it back now, wait for a better opportunity. Because that's what I put. Wait for a better opportunity the last time. Because I know there's other routes. I have no idea how many routes there are. Let me see. Yeah, this is the scene I've never like actually played through. Because on my previous playthroughs of this game, I've never actually gone through this route because I always died at the end with her in the hospital and shit. I think it was the happy ending. Okay, I'm gonna save this game right here so I remember I'm gonna put slot 6. Okay, so last time we left her alone. Sit with Mia instead, invite Mia to sit with everyone. I don't think we've actually done with sit with Mia. So we're going to sit with her instead and actually be nice to her for once. I didn't feel right just leaving Mia all by her lonesome.
I decided that today, I, Megatron, was going to sit and have lunch with her. I went over to the others, like the Decepticon I am, and told them that I wouldn't be eating with them today, because they wouldn't follow me in my orders. They were disappointed by the sudden change of plan, just like the Autobots would be. I apologized and promised that I'd sit with them tomorrow. Then I went over to Optimus Prime Chan's desk.
And this is where you put the bait. Autobots, roll out, or some shit like that.
Hey, is this seat taken? You look a little lonely over here. I figured you could use some company. That is, if it's okay with you.
Mia looked away bashfully. She wasn't likely to admit it, and I could tell that she wanted me to sit with her. I took the initiative and pulled up a seat.
So, what's on the menu today?
I guess I'm just gonna use that. I
just couldn't help but notice the big old lunchbox in front of you. Whatever you got in there, it smells good.
Blush!
I hear you're not much on eating lunch most days. Is today a special occasion?
Special occasion?
Huh? My Decepticon senses are tingling. Something must be wrong with her.
Mia dwelled on that question for a moment.
Huh?
Yes, today is special.
Oh! What's so special about today?
It's special because today Megatron's eating lunch with me. Oh god, that is great. Megatron's eating lunch with me. Yay! The leader of the Decepticons is eating lunch with me.
Huh?
Well, that was pretty drastic turnaround. Mia had gone from a timid offer pheasant in no flat. It was just like yesterday when I first met her. Apparently this girl was able to switch between happy and gloomy at the drop of a hat. Well, the important thing was that I managed to get her to come out of her shell. Now I just had to make sure that she stayed out.
I never realized that you thought so strongly of me. Of course you would. I am Megatron. I've always imagined I was just another supreme leader in the crowd.
Not at all. Having Megatron come and eat lunch with me is like a dream come true for me. I need you to come and sit with me today, so I made a special lunch to commemorate that. Otherwise, the war of Cybertron would have still went on.
Oh please, all this fuss over little old me.
I had to admit, that was kind of creepy. I mean, just how did Mia anticipate that I was going to sit with her today? And I still had no idea why she was so fond of me. We supposedly met because we boarded the same train, but just how much interaction did we have that would warrant this kind of behavior? Oh well. I suppose so long as it helped Mia become more sociable, it didn't really matter. There'd be plenty of time to ask her about our past encounters later. You know what this reminds me of? The way I'm talking, inner monologue, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's inner monologue. It kind of reminds me, if you guys have ever seen Overlord, where the main character sounds like a kid as he speaks to himself through his mind or something, or inner monologues or whatever. But when he actually speaks, he's like, oh,
His voice is all dark and destructive like Megatron.
but for the time being, I figured I'd just play along and see what would happen.
Well, I don't know about you, Mia, but I'm starving for that Ultimate Prime booty. If it's alright with you, I'm gonna go ahead and dig in! And dig it into that sweet, sweet Optimus Primu Desu Butte.
I opened my lunchbox and started eating. I opened the booty and started eating. When Mia got a glimpse of my food, wink, wink, food, her eyes went wide with surprise. Megatron's lunch looks so good. It looks really delicious. It looks really delicious. I wish my lunch was like that.
I appreciate the compliment, but it's really nothing particularly awe-inspiring.
I wasn't just being modest either. My lunch consisted of nothing more than an omelet with some rice on the side. Granted, I'd added some chilies into the omelet to give it a little extra flavor, but it was hardly worth being praised for.
Come on, Mia. Show me what you brought for lunch. I'm sure it's a whole lot better than that simple dish.
Oh shit, shit just got serious. Okay. For a moment, Mia was silent. At first, I thought she might have been embarrassed to show me her food, but then I noticed that she was no longer blushing. Instead, it looked more like she was contemplating something. After a moment, Mia reached under the desk and pulled out a bowl. She seated the bowl in her lap and picked up her lunchbox. With the lunchbox tilted toward her, Mia opened the lid, grabbed a fork, and swiftly scooped whatever was inside into the bowl. Before I got a chance to see what was inside the lunchbox, Mia closed the lid and put it away. She then took the bowl out of her lap and placed it in the desk.
That seemed rather excessive, didn't it? Why didn't you just eat straight from the lunchbox? You're just going to have more dirty dishes now. Well, anyway, let's see what you got in there.
Mia moved the bowl towards me.
Oh!
I was pretty surprised by what I saw. Inside the bowl was some green pasta ravioli, I believe, topped with tomato paste and cheese. Even before I got to look at it, I was hit by the wonderful aroma of herbs and spices. And yet somehow Mia believed that my crappy, ordinary omelet was better than this. I looked back at Mia who was facing away in embarrassment. See? It's nowhere as good as Megatron's lunch. Nowhere as good as Megatron's lunch. Of course it's not. You can never compare your
pathetic, puny human lunch with the almighty supreme leader, Megatron. I can't tell if you really believe that, or you're just mocking me. Fool! Pathetic! Autobots!
No, it's not true!
Well, if that's how you really feel, perhaps we should just trade lunches. You can have my fantastic omelet, and I'll just have to suffer through your terrible ravioli filled with... what's it filled with?
Cheese!
Cheese!
But if I eat Megatron's omelet, all the time and effort he put into it will be wasted on me!
Time and effort? I whipped this thing in like 3 minutes. And the rice was made in a rice cooker.
Maybe so, but the point is that you made it.
So you're saying that I could just walk on in here tomorrow with a butter sandwich and you react exactly the same as you are now, simply because I was the one who made it?
Of course.
You're one odd one, Mia.
Look, let's just agree that each of our has good tasting lunch and leave it at that.
Besides, didn't you just say that you made this pasta because it was a special occasion?
Right, because Megatron is sitting with me today.
Well, it sure would be a shame to let it go cold because we're sitting here arguing. If it's alright with you, may I try some?
Huh? What is wrong with this girl? She sure likes to give a lot of dots to people, so I have no idea. She sifted through the pasta for a few seconds without saying anything. It looked like it was searching for something in the bowl, but she was probably just stirring the sauce around to try to coat the pasta more evenly. When she was finished, she put the fork down and moved the bowl towards me.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mia changed her tune pretty fast. Now she seemed diligent that I wanted to try her pasta. Delighted, I mean. Well, I wasn't about to disappoint her. I stuck my fork into the bowl and pulled out some pasta, making sure it got some sauce on it as well. Just as I was about to stick it in my mouth, ha ha ha! I remembered my lunchbox sitting in front of me. It didn't seem right for Mia to be the only one sharing her food.
Please don't be shy and try some of my Omegatron omelets. Just be careful, I added some chilies to it, so it'll be a little bit hot.
Oh, thank you. Mia's eyes suddenly lit up. Clearly she had been waiting for me to offer her a sample. She hesitantly pulled my lunchbox over to her side. I waited until she had some omelet on her fork before I went ahead with eating my pasta. We ended up sampling each other's lunches at the same time.
Oh!
Oh!
This is great!
This is wonderful! They sound fucking retarded, dude. And then we both ended up praising each other at the same time. We spent the rest of lunch break complimenting on each other's lunches. We were having such a good time that we almost didn't hear the afternoon bell. When school ended, I was invited by my friends to go with them to the arcade. But I figured since I had already made so much progress with Mia today, I should just keep it up until the day was over. I didn't want her to revert back to your antisocial self just because I choose to spend the rest of the day with my friends instead of her. I apologized to my friends and walked over to Mia, who was waiting for me at the door.
Ready to go, Mia?
Yes! Janitor from Baldi's Basics? I have no idea what that means. In much the same way as yesterday, Mia and I spent the time drinking soda and chatting while we waited for the train to arrive. It was nice to see her in such a high spirits, but I couldn't help but wonder how to make her behave the same way when interacting with other people. Then again, I wasn't sure how to make her interact with other people, period. I guess it was just going to take some time. Until then, I was just have to act like as Mia's special sparring partner. An odd choice of words, but it still summed up what I needed to do.
Ah! Here we go!
After a while, a train came rolling into the station. We stood up, threw away our empty cans, and climbed aboard. Oh yeah, where's the kill count, dude? There's a dude here that took count of the kill count thing, but I don't know where he went, so I think he disappeared. He left me alone. Yeah, man, I could do a shout out, Morgan. After we boarded the train, Mia went completely silent. We didn't speak to each other for the entire train ride. We just sat there together watching the passengers come and go as we moved from one station to the next. Are we really at 2? I thought we were more than that. Huh, I don't know. Okay, that's fine, I guess. It wasn't until we finally arrived at our stop that Mia finally spoke. Megatron! I turned to her face.
What's up?
I was wondering, It looked like Mia was struggling to find the right words to use. She had her head down and was blushing pretty heavily. I waited patiently for her to say what she wanted to say. Finally, she spoke up. Would you like to come over to my place tonight? I'll show you the Cybertron and its peaceful state. I just thought it'd be nice for Megatron to come. And stay. Would you like to? That was unexpected. I didn't think I'd ever been asked over to a girl's house before. Much less a girl that I've only just met. I wasn't sure how to respond. They keep saying these ahs and shit, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Though Mia could probably tell from looking at my face that I was having trouble coming up with an answer. You can't?
That's not it. I appreciate the invitation, but, it was just so sudden. I mean, what would you parents think if you suddenly brought the almighty Megatron over?
Oh, that's no problem at all. I live by myself. Wait, what? Really?
I mean, really?
Uh-huh. Well, that would solve one problem, I guess. I wouldn't have to endure the awkwardness of listening to Mia trying to explain to her parents why she brought a boy home with her. But I couldn't help but think it would also create other problems. Primarily, the punishment I'd likely receive from my mother if I came home too late. I can't call her because the batteries in my phone are dead, just like my soul. And if I called them using Mia's phone or a public one, she'd suspect that something was amiss. And I'd most likely receive a greater punishment. She hurts me because she loves me. Wait, what? What's that supposed to reference? Whatever helps you sleep at night, lady. Little wonder I haven't developed into some kind of sociopath.
Hold on a sec.
At that point, I suddenly remembered my mom was attending a business meeting tonight. I remember her telling me this morning that she wouldn't be home until really late.
Ooh, yeah.
Which means I could go over to Mia's place for a little while and be back before she even got home. Boy, talk about convenient. It was like the gods of fortune were finally going to cut me some slack.
You know what, Mia?
Huh?
I'd love to come over to your place.
Huh? Really?
Sure. My mom's not due back home for a while, so I'd figure I'd get plenty of time to kill all of the Autobots. Why not spend it with you?
You really mean it? You're not joking, right, Megatron? This isn't a trick? You really want to come over?
As of right now, I am in your care. I thank you for welcoming into your humble abode.
Bow. It's funny because they act like Americans, but they're like in Japan, so... Lisa the Painful. What the hell is Lisa the Painful? I've never heard of it. Hold on, I gotta take a drink because my voice is like being destroyed by this Megatron voice. Megatron! Welcome! Please enjoy your stay! Wait, what? Holy shit! Did you see that face? That's fucking creepy, dude. Ah, shit, I gotta run. I was never seen or heard from again after that day. Oh, shit. Bad ending. Oh, what? My boy. I think she like, reverse raped me or something. She probably used me as like a semen factory for her own pleasure or something. You can tell I watched some fucked up hentai. All right, that was yeah, that was pretty interesting, guys. Okay, so we're only 30 minutes in the game. So, should we continue? Yeah, we're going to continue off where we left off. Okay, so load game. Let's go again. Okay, so we did the invite Mia to sit with everyone. That we never done that one. If we sit with Mia, she rapes me. She freaking rapes me. If we leave her alone, she stabs me in the hallway and pushes me off the window while also jumping off the window, and we both fall to her death. So that's awesome. So I guess we're gonna invite Mia to sit with everyone to see what happens. Someone wants to shout out. Cool. Striga. Sorry, dude. I don't know how to pronounce your username. It's kind of weird. Can't wait for the next Yandere story, says Hunter Thomas. Sure. Nah, we don't want her to turn over to a new leaf. We want her to kill us as many times as she can. Because that's the point of playing right now. Heal her like a responsible boyfriend. Ha! Responsible. As if. Well, if she was going to change her routine by bringing lunch, why should it stop there? It didn't seem right for her to just sit all by herself every day. I figured now was the perfect time to help Mia make some friends. I went over to the other kids and explained to them what I planned to do. Sounds to me like you're getting your hopes up, Megatron. If you haven't already noticed, she's not exactly an outgoing person.
Relax, guys. I spoke to her yesterday. I'm telling you, she's really not as antisocial as you think. She's just shy and all. I'm thinking if we can get her to redirect a bit more, we'll be able to rule Cybertron once and for all. And get her out of her shell too. Then hopefully, she'll be able to make some friends and join the Decepticons.
Hold up! You spoke to her? When the hell did that happen? Easy, bruh.
Please, you guys. Just give her a chance. Just give her a chance already. God damn it.
Well, I'm okay with it, but I doubt it's going to work. I say, we give her a chance. You're just saying that because you're looking to hook up with her. Shut up! Like you're not! I never said that. My ass, you didn't! Damn, boys! she gets out the whip and get the fuck. I guess it wouldn't hurt to give her a shot. As they say, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I never heard of that. I think you have everyone's approval, Megatron.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
I got up and walked over to Mia's desk. She had been watching me the entire time. It looked like she didn't even started eating yet.
Hey, Mia. What's up, girl? How you doing? You come here often? What did you bring for lunch? Whatever it is, it smells tasty, girl. Do you make it yourself?
Oh, yes.
Well, in that case, I bet it tastes great, just like you.
Megatron! I figured I'd try to butter her up first before I asked her to sit with us.
Say, you're looking kind of lonely over there. Want some company?
Obviously, she thought I was offering to sit with her. That was probably the only type of company she was willing to allow. Sorry, Mia, but that wasn't my intention. Because you see...
Because you see...
Huh?
I was thinking...
Huh?
That you could come and sit with us.
Ah, shit! Is that a no? Saw that coming. Mia had instantly reverted back to her vacant expression. I guess it didn't flatter her enough that she would let her guard down. Then again, I knew it wouldn't be that easy to go win her over. Looked like I was just going to have to persuade her to come join us again.
You know, Mia, you developed quite a little reputation around here. The way you always keep yourself like this. Avoiding people and hiding in the library every day. It makes it difficult for other people to approach you. And it's just giving them the impression that you're some kind of bad person. That's perfect. Now you can join them Decepticons.
My exact reaction.
But we both know that's not you, right? Don't you want to show them that you're really not a bad person? Don't you want to be able to talk with all the other kids? Hanging out, going shopping with them, that kind of stuff? Well, this is a perfect place to start. Come sit with me and the guys, and try to know them.
Mia looked over at the other kids. Wait, shit. I skipped it. I forgot what it said, but oh well.
Come on, Mia, please. For me?
Those people are Megatron's friends?
That's right. We're all friends. And if you want, Mia, they can be your friends too. I promise they're nice people. You just need to give them a chance.
Megatron's friends. The lack of deepness in your voice. Yeah, that's true because my voice is very high pitched, so yeah. Megatron's friends. Is she gonna mass murder everyone or something? It kind of seems that way. Okay.
Huh?
I'll come sit with Megatron and his friends.
Ah! You mean it?
Uh-huh. Mia picked up her lunch and stood up from her desk.
That's the way, Mia! Okay, let's go!
The two of us walked over to the other kids. I couldn't help but feel that I accomplished something wonderful just now. I got the reclusive Mia to agree to come join my friends and me for lunch. This was great. If things went well, she'd be able to make friends with them, and we all could start hanging out together. Who knows, maybe that one guy might get a chance to ask her out after all. But I was probably getting ahead of myself here. One step at a time, Megatron. So, what did you end up bringing today? The usual.
I'm a blah. Leftovers again?
Yep.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Your dad always makes the best meals.
Yeah, but he's been making the same meals for like a week now. I've gotten so tired of them that I end up not being able to finish in eating.
Ergo, more leftovers.
That's right.
Well, princess, if you're not gonna eat it, then I'll be happy to.
Give me your sandwich and it's a deal.
You sure? It's tuna.
So, I like tuna.
Since when?
Since forever. Besides, at this point, I just about to eat anything else.
It's a deal.
Hey, share some of that with me, will you?
I keep changing the voices of the characters because honestly I don't care.
What's your problem? No lunch? More like
not enough.
So funny, right?
I was late getting up this morning. All I could do was grab a cup of instant ramen out of the cupboard before I left.
Ha! Serves you right for staying up all night playing games.
Come on, man, just give me some.
Yeah.
what are you having, Megatron?
Nothing fancy. Just rice and some omelets.
Maybe you'd like some asparagus to go with it.
Not a fan of asparagus. Huh?
I can't stand it. But my mom insists on putting it in my lunch today.
Well, who am I to turn down free food?
Hey now, who said it was free? How about trading me for some of your lumpy space omelets?
Help yourself.
Thanking you.
We exchanged portions of our meals. I turned to Mia, who was sitting next to me at the end of the table. I guess she didn't want anyone else sitting next to her. Understandable. It's going to take some time before she warmed up to everybody. She hadn't said a word since we sat down. In fact, she hadn't even started eating her lunch yet. She had just been watching me converse with the other kids. I could sense that they were also hesitant to talk with her. This wasn't getting us anywhere. I figured I'd prompt her and see what happens.
What about you, Mia?
What are you having for lunch today?
It sure smells good.
I used that line again. I wonder if she'll react to it the second time. Without a word, Mia opened her lunchbox. Well, that's a start, I suppose. At least she responded. I looked at the meal inside. It was pasta dish consisting of light green ravioli topped with tomato paste, grated cheese, and various spices. That was unexpected. Never would have thought she was a pasta eater. And it was a large helping too. Probably enough to feed 3 people. Apparently this girl must have a big appetite. Definitely not what I was expecting given her small size. The others turned and looked at the meal. I assumed that nobody would say anything about it. They would probably turn to me and get the ball rolling again.
Wow, that looks great, Mia.
Maybe not.
I haven't eaten ravioli in ages. I'd almost forgotten what it looked like.
I've never even had it before, and I'm drooling.
You haven't? You've been missing out.
That aroma's intoxicating.
Did you make it yourself?
Yes! My own recipe! About nearly choked on my omelet. The reclusive Mia replied to another person's questions all on her own. I imagined that I would have to prompt her to do that, but she didn't even so much as look at me for help.
Wait, you mean you made that pasta entirely from scratch?
Yes! The green ones are filled with cheese! And the white ones are filled with veal? Is that what it's called? Veal? That was interesting. I had no idea that Mia had such talents.
What about the sauce? I bet you made that from scratch too, using tomatoes and some kind of fancy wine, imported from lumpy space Italy.
Nope! Store-bought! We all laughed at that reply. Even Mia got into it. This was going to be a lot smoother than I imagined it would.
Well, even so, that's incredible. Did you think you could teach me how to make ravioli? And me?
Yeah, me too.
Since when did you cook?
I took it up a few weeks ago. You know, they say that ladies love a domesticated man.
Who are you trying to fool?
Hey, don't act like you know me.
Would you like some?
Huh?
What?
would you like some ravioli?
I couldn't believe my ears. Evidently, neither could the others. Mia had offered to share her lunch with everyone.
Yes, I'd love to. May I have some too, Mia?
Us too?
Of course!
Yay!
Megatron, you can have some too.
Well, thank you kindly.
I have such a creepy voice for Mia. That settled it. This was going far better than I imagined. In a matter of minutes, Mia had gone from being a silent observer to a member of the gang. I couldn't help but feel proud of her. Maybe this was how a parent felt when their child accomplished something great. There I was, acting like a dad again. I really needed to stop doing that. Mia took a fork and scooped up some ravioli. She then held it up in my mouth.
Huh?
Here, Megatron, say ah!
Say, ah! Suddenly I was being fed like a baby. Looked like the parent-child scenario had been reversed.
Nom!
Oh! Silly Megatron!
We all had a good laugh. No doubt that the others were actually laughing at me for being treated like a baby, but I didn't care. I was having too much fun!
That's good feelings. Tastes like some kind of spices in it.
Mia giggled as she took another bite of the cheese ravioli. Come to think of it, I didn't think she was even touched the veal ones. And they were going fast.
Hey Mia, better hurry up and eat some of that veal ones. If you don't, everyone else is going to eat them.
It's okay. The cheese ones are better for your health anyway.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I gotta take more water. My voice. Oh shit,
My voice.
I guess she was more concerned about her diet than eating for her fair share. Just as well because the others were really digging into the veal. Well, the boys still were anyway. The girls managed to show some restraint and went back to eating their own meals.
Hey, take it easy. Remember, it's Mia's lunch. Don't just go eating it all by yourselves.
My bad, my bad. It just tastes so good. Yeah, sorry, Mia. Here, let me make it up to you. Have some these leftovers I traded for earlier. They're really good. All I got is this instant ramen right now, but I'm bringing something good to share with you tomorrow, okay? The boys tried desperately to stay on Mia's good side.
Have as much as you like. There's plenty for everyone.
I am gonna stop doing the laughing thing because yeah. But Mia didn't even appear to be upset in the first place. She just giggled and offered them more.
More Megatron?
She took my fork and tried to feed me again. I don't know why Mia didn't just use her own fork. She was already sharing her food with everyone. I doubt she would do that if she was afraid of germs.
Mia, it's great that you're willing to share with us. But don't be afraid to speak up if you start taking more than their fair share. Keep in mind, it is your lunch.
Don't worry, Megatron. Just enjoy yourself. Now, open wide.
I reluctantly took another bite. It tasted great, but I felt like I was depriving Mia of her own lunch.
Here, Mia, have some of my lunch too. I'm no culinary expert, but I have confidence in my ability to cook decent omelets.
I feel
bad that you're sharing with us, but you're not letting us share with you. Please, have as much as you want.
I pushed my lunch towards Mia. Here's another bite, Megatron. She ignored my offer completely. Looked like she wouldn't just let anyone return the favor. Oh well, no sense in fighting it. I should just be glad that she's getting along with everyone.
Numb.
Megatron is funny. We continued like that until after class began. Our group was so unruly that the teacher got mad and held us back after school. When detention was finally over, I was invited to hang out with my new friends again. Well, not exactly invited.
Okay, no excuses this time, Megatron. You're coming with us to the arcade. I'm not taking no for an answer.
Well, since you asked so nicely, how can I, the almighty Megatron, refuse?
Hope you're still good at street combats, Megatron. You mean Street Fighter? I've been playing it every day for the past 3 weeks, and I reckon nobody's a match for me now.
Well, we'll see about that. Although I should probably call my mom and tell her I'll be coming home late.
Oh, what's wrong? Scared that mommy will get worried if her baby boy doesn't come home?
More like I'm scared that's what she'll do to me if I don't let her know that I'm going to be late. And if you don't believe me, I still got the bruises from last week to prove it.
Yikes, that's one tough chick.
The underestimate of the century.
Understatement of the century, I mean. Sorry to put you through this, Megatron.
Don't worry about it. They say that childhood trauma helps build character.
What? That does not build character. What are you talking about, Megatron? Al menos nadie me entiende. I understand you, stealth soldier. I can read that, you know. That explains a lot about you.
About your tongue. Hang on a minute. That's right, my mom isn't even home yet. I forgot that she had the damn business meeting tonight. She told me this morning so she wouldn't be back until late. Guess that means I'm in the clear.
Talk about a lucky break.
Let's just hope I don't end up regretting it later.
Oh, I promise you won't.
I'll hold you to that.
What about you, Mia? You up for some air hockey? Or maybe some Prance Evolution?
Prance Evolution. That's great.
Yeah, come on, Mia. Join us for some lumpy space fun. I promise, I'll be great. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
That's a bit of a sore throat, I guess.
Are you sure? That sounded pretty bad.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. Hope you're not coming down with something. I'd hate to miss big about that with Megatron just because I caught your... Whoa, talk about karma. Oh, great, thanks a lot.
Hey, don't look at me.
I was fine up till a second ago, and then you started coughing on me.
It's not my fault. I never coughed at you. I didn't even feel sick until just now. Calm down, you two. If you keep getting all worked up, you're just going to make yourselves worse. Look, why don't we just skip the arcade today and go home? Ah! That hit my throat! Not you too!
Nice work.
Oh, shut up. Knock it off, you two. There's probably just some kind of bug going around. I feel dizzy.
Whoa there. I got you.
Thanks.
Don't mention.
Damn it!
No deed goes unpunished, I guess.
I think I need to sit down.
I don't know how much I can cough.
Cough, cough, cough. Cough, cough, cough.
No fair. How come you two are okay? Must be my idiocy.
How about you, Mia?
You feeling okay?
I'm just fine.
Lucky bastards. Okay, that hurt like a bitch. Tell me about it.
This is weird. Are you sure you weren't feeling ill earlier today?
Positive?
Oh shit. Ouch.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just got tizzy is all. How's your vision? Blurry, why do you ask? Just making sure it wasn't just me.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong? You dizzy too?
Yes. But that's not the problem.
Then what is it?
Okay, smug question, guys.
Huh?
Am I the only one that tastes blood right now?
Blood? なんでだマスカお前はもう死んでる
Let me see your mouth. Oh, please tell me I just a bit in my lip or something. Don't get your hopes up on that. You too? Looks like it.
I hate to sound like a copycat, but I'm tasting blood too. Shit, me too. Their coughing became more violent, and they all appeared to be having trouble maintaining their balance. But somehow both Mia and I were still okay.
Okay, you guys wait right here. I'm going to see if the nurse is still on duty. Mia, stay with them.
No! Take her with you. She may be okay for now, but if she stays here with us, it's possible she'll end up getting sick too.
Well, what about you guys?
Hurry up and go. We'll be fine. Just go. Get help. Their faces were going pale and were continuing to cough up blood. This was no simple bug. This looked like some kind of virus.
Screw the school nurse. I need to call the Decepticons.
But my friends were right. If Mia and I stayed here any longer, we could get sick too. It pained me to do it, but we had to leave them here.
Don't worry, I'll call the hospital.
We'll be right outside in the hall if you need us. Thank you, Megatron. No hurry! Get out!
Yeah. Come on, Mia.
Oh shit! I think Sailor, what she said earlier, that things were going south. At first, I was like skeptical. I was like, nah, I think this is a happy ending, but I guess not. So I guess we're gonna die again. Awesome! We gotta die again. When Mia and I left the classroom, I pulled out my phone to call the ambulance.
You got to be kidding me.
Damn it! Of all the times of this to happen, smash.
I threw my phone to the floor in anger.
What's the matter, Megatron?
The batteries of my phone are dead. I should have checked them before we came out. I need to go back to borrow some of the others.
I turned around to open the classroom door.
No need to do that.
Huh?
Stay here. I'll be back shortly.
Without waiting for me to reply, Mia dashed down the corridor.
Mia. Thank you.
By the time I said that, she was already out of sight. I leaned against the classroom door and tried to take a deep breath.
How did something like this happen? And why did it happen to my friends but not me?
I wasn't going to lie. I was scared. I couldn't help but imagine what would happen to my friends if help never came. They'd probably bleed out slowly and painfully from every orifice. Or maybe they would vomit up their entire intestinal tract. Ugh, that's pretty gory, man.
Don't think like that. Everything's going to be fine. Just have faith. Nobody's going to die. You hear me, Megatron? Nobody.
I tilted my head up and called out my friends.
Okay, just hang tight, guys. Mia's gone to call the hospital. The ambulance should be here shortly.
Megatron?
It was faint, but I heard one of my friends' voices coming from the other side of the door.
Yeah, I'm here.
Didn't quite catch what you said. I said that Mia went to call the police. The hospital. To help you. The help will soon be here. Just hang in there for a little bit longer. That's good.
She sounded weak.
How's everyone holding up? We're all fine in here. Cough, cough, cough. Just pretend you didn't hear that. Ow.
They all continued coughing behind the door. I couldn't bear to think what they were going through. And here I was on the other side perfectly fine. And I'd give anything to be able to walk in there and fake their pain away. But all I could do now was wait outside for the paramedics to arrive. Until then, I had to try to be strong, for their sake.
So, you're going to come visit us in the hospital? Gee, I don't know. I'll have to check my schedule, but it's looking pretty full. Boo! You suck! Oh, what the heck, I don't need to go to that silly meeting. I'll just move it next week and come see you guys instead. In that case, you don't suck. I hope you guys don't have any allergies, because when I come visit, I'm gonna bring you a big old bunch of flowers. What, no chocolates? Money's too tight for chocolates. But apparently not tight for flowers. Oh no, you misunderstood. I was just going to pick some flowers out of the neighbor's garden. You cheapskate. Nope, just poor.
In an attempt to keep everyone's spirit up, the two of us went back and forth telling jokes. After a while, the others joined in the antics. It was all we could do to alleviate ourselves from the lingering fear we all shared. After a few minutes, Mia came back.
So, what's the word?
People will come soon.
That's good to hear.
I'm pretty sure she did not call anybody. She's probably just like one of those retail people that just go to the back and just stand there for like 5 minutes and then come back and be like, nope, there's nothing in the store. There's nothing in the back or something like that. I heaved a sigh of relief and leaned up against the door.
Not much longer, guys. Hang tight.
Will do.
What about you, Mia? How are you feeling right now?
Fine.
That's good.
In spite of what was happening, Mia seemed to be in unusually high spirits. Yeah, because they're about to fucking die, that's why. Though it could be that she was just pretending to be cheerful as a way to mask her own fear. Everyone had their own kind of coping mechanisms. My method was normally to make a witty remark about the situation. But then again, I only ever did that during far less severe situations, like forgetting to turn in my homework. It didn't seem very tasteful to joke about my friends coughing their guts up in the room behind me.
What about you, Megatron? Are you okay right now?
Yeah, I'm just fine.
Mia walked over to the window and gazed outside. She was probably keeping watch for the ambulance. What a kind girl. I'd probably do likewise, but I figured it was better to sit by the door to keep the others talking to boost their morale.
Just you wait, Megatron. When we get out of this hospital, the first thing we're gonna do is to the arcade and play some street combats. I'm gonna kick your ass so hard you'll be the one who ends up coughing up blood.
Virtual blood, I hope.
Personally, I felt some discomfort from joking about my friends being sick, but I didn't want to spoil the fun, so I just kept it to myself. I guess I ended up having to rely on my sarcastic wit as coping mechanism after all.
Mia's still there?
Mia? I keep messing up the voices.
Yup, she's right there.
Mia was standing over by the window, but I knew that she could still hear everything that we were saying.
She can hear you. Go ahead.
Hey, Mia! When we get out of this hospital, you have to teach us all how to make ravioli. Is that a deal? Sounds like a deal. Great!
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm okay. Just overexerted myself a little bit there. Bleh.
What just happened?
She just threw up a little. Don't worry about it. I'm okay, really.
They were starting to get worse. I didn't know how much longer they were going to last without a medical attention.
Mia,
Any sign of the ambulance yet?
Mia! Now's not the time to be joking around.
Can you see anybody coming?
Mia didn't reply. I don't think she even heard me. She just stood there staring out the window and giggling insistently.
Mia! What's wrong with you?
Nothing. She just kept right on giggling. Actually, it wasn't really giggling. It was really more like laughter. It didn't make any sense. My friends were literally dying in the other room. And yet, for some reason, there was Mia standing by the window laughing wildly like a hyena. There was no way she was laughing at their expense, was she? No, that's just insane. There's no way that she could be that cruel. And then it hit me. Could this be another symptom of the virus? Had Mia contracted the disease while we were still in the classroom with the others? If that was the case, why did it take so long for her to start showing symptoms? And why were they different from the symptoms that everyone else was exhibiting? Also, why was it that I was still fine? Those questions would have to wait. As her laughter grew louder, Mia began swaying back and forth like a metronome. She was becoming delirious. I had to go retrieve her before she lost her balance and fell out of the window.
Mia, be careful! Stay right there! I'm coming to get...
Megatron! Megatron! What happened? I was at noise just now. Megatron!
All I could hear was the sound of my friend calling out my name in the other room. Did I freaking get stabbed again? Mia's insane laughter had stopped. All it took was to silence her was a false move. Wait, what happened?
Mia! Mia!
I didn't know what it took so long. All I knew is that it had finally happened. When I got up to pull Mia away from the window, I was hit with a sudden dizzy spell and collapsed onto the floor. As I tried to get up, I noticed that there was blood dripping from my mouth. Oh shit, I got poisoned. I knew that I didn't hit anything when I fell over, so that could only mean one thing. The virus had finally got me.
Don't push yourself too hard. You might get hurt, Megatron.
After I had fallen over, Mia instantly stopped her laughing and swaying about. In a robotic motion, she turned around and gazed at me as I lay on the floor with blood running down my mouth. Something was wrong. All her symptoms had completely vanished. She looked as calm and collected as she did earlier.
Mia! Are you alright?
Of course. I'm just fine. But Megatron doesn't look so good.
I wasn't sure what was going on. I didn't know why Mia seemed unwell one moment and then healthy the next. All I knew was that I had the virus. And as long as I remained out into the hall, Mia was more susceptible to getting sick as well.
Mia, I'm going into the classroom now. Please stay out of here until help arrives.
I cling to the walls as I struggle to get to my feet. It was strange. Even though it took me longer to get sick than the others, I was hit with the wall of symptoms at once.
Guys, room for one more? I'm coming in now. Guys?
Oh, shit. They're dead. There was no answer. I struggled to grab a hold of the door and pulled it open, but I was so dizzy that I couldn't barely stand.
Guys! Can you hear me in there? Can someone please open the door?
Still no response. I couldn't even hear them coughing anymore. If this was bad, they might be. Damn it! There's no other choice. I needed to get in there and help them, but I was too dizzy to open the door.
Mia! Help me get this door open.
Mia casually walked over from the window and opened the door. Since I was using the door to support, I collapsed back onto the floor when Mia opened it. But I didn't care about that. I was too busy worrying about the condition of my friends. I fractionally crawled into the classroom. I was hoping to find my friend sitting against the wall, alive and well. But no such luck. There were my friends, lying on the floor in pools of their own blood. Dead. They were all dead.
No! No! No!
As I howled in agony, I continued to cough up more blood. It wasn't long before I collapsed flat on the floor once again from fatigue. It was strange. I've seen plenty of films where the main character finds out that their friends or family have been killed, and then they look up at the sky scream like, "No!" and "Why?" in anguish. I'd always thought those types of films were really hammy, and that nobody would actually do that in real life. And yet here I was. My friends were dead, and I was doing the exact same thing. This was a life experience I could have done without.
Why did this happen? Why did my friends die? Why didn't the ambulance come and get them? Why didn't they get here in time? Why didn't they come here?
I could hear Mia sobbing softly behind me. I glanced over my shoulder at where she was standing. She was standing by the chalkboard at the front of the classroom. Her back was facing me, and my vision was blurry, but I could still see what her shoulders were trembling.
Mia!
This was awful. Here we were, two people who had lost their friends, and we couldn't even console each other. There stood Mia on the other side of the room, crying alone in the corner, and there was nothing I could do. I wanted to walk over to her. I wanted to hold her. I wanted to cry with her. But as long as I had this virus, I couldn't go near her or risk infection.
Mia!
I'm sorry, but you need to get out of this classroom.
I don't want you getting infected too.
Go outside and wait for the ambulance to get here. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
God, my voice is like being destroyed. Yeah, I'm actually coughing, actually.
Hurry! Go now!
Mia didn't respond. She just stood there and continued to sob. I understand your pain.
I understand your pain, Mia. We have to get out of here. Don't let yourself get sick too. I don't want that. 'Cause I'm Batman. And neither were they.
My entire body was beginning to convulse, and my vision was going completely blurred. This is how my friends must have suffered in the moments of their death. It was clear that the ambulance wouldn't make it in time to save me. I didn't have much time left, and I didn't want Mia to watch me slowly dying. Her poor mind was already branded with images of dead friends. That was already more than anyone could have ever seen. I had to get her to leave the room.
Mia! Mia!
Damn it!
I was coughing out more blood than before. My insides felt like they were on fire. Just what the hell kind of crazy virus is this? How did my friends and I contract it in the first place? No, that didn't matter anymore. All that mattered now was getting Mia to leave before she got infected too. But she wouldn't leave. She just continued to face the wall and sob. There wasn't any time for that.
Hurry, Mia! Get out of here! You must go! Quickly, before you...
Run! Run away! Get out of here, Mia! No matter how loud I screamed at Mia, she wouldn't budge. And with my health deteriorating rapidly, I just couldn't keep it any longer. I collapsed onto the floor and struggled to breathe. There was nothing more I could do. Mia refused to leave and I didn't have the strength to force her. At this rate, we were both going to die. I was already through the thick of it, but Mia had yet to suffer the horrific pain of coughing up her insides. Still, at that point, it didn't seem to matter anymore. Dying was a brief experience in contrast to what came afterwards. She would be liberated from the pain before too long. And with that, I closed my eyes and waited to see the end to come. It's strange. In spite of my inevitable death, the intense pain in my body, and the bodies of my friends lying sprawled all around me, somehow I felt at peace. It was as if at that point in time, the whole world had suddenly gone quiet, save for the lonely sound of Mia sobbing in front of me. Now that I could hear it more clearly, it was beginning to sound a lot like. Nah, it couldn't be. I was just wrong. There's no way she could be. Okay, we get it. You're laughing. God damn it. Laughing. I opened my eyes and lifted my head up. I looked towards where Mia had been standing this whole time. By this point, my vision was almost completely blurred. But by staring at my eyes, I could just make out the shape of her body over the chalkboard. Only now Mia was facing towards me, and she appeared to have moved in closer. That explained why the sobbing had gotten louder. Only now, it didn't really sound like sobbing at all. I strained my eyes harder to get a better look at her. And then I saw it. Standing in front of me was Mia. And she was laughing. But it wasn't the same giggling type of laughter like from when you all were playing together at lunch. It was completely different kind of laughter. And as it grew louder. God, how long can this girl laugh? Jesus Christ, dude. It began to sound more like cold, more menacing. More evil. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Here we were in the room of 4 dead people and 1 dying person, and Mia was laughing laughing it up like it was one big joke. There was no way she could be this malice. It had to be a symptom of the virus. Earlier on, when Mia was giggling outside, I figured that it was because she was exhibiting signs of infection. Before we went into the classroom, she had stopped giggling and reverted to her normal self. Then after we entered the classroom and found the bodies, she started up again. But if that was the case, then why weren't these symptoms present in me and the others? Why did we all bleed out our mouths while Mia only had a mental episode? Why was she still fine while the others were dead? It didn't make any sense. Who are you trying to kid? You know damn well what's really going on. The answer has been staring at you in the face this entire time. You figured it out a long time ago. You just didn't want to believe it was true. You tried to hide behind rose-tinted glasses and tell yourself that everything was going to be okay. That this was all just some freak accident. Oh look, all my friends are sick. Oh look, so am I. Everyone's sick. Isn't that just the damnest thing? Oh wait a minute. Not everyone's sick. There's still one person still standing healthy as a horse. How peculiar. Well, surely there's a reasonable explanation for all of this. It couldn't be something like that, could it? No, of course not. That can't be right. This is just insane. It's all just one big misunderstanding. It's really not as bad as it looks.
It'll work out, you'll see. All I need to do is have faith and everything will be alright. Ha! Some faith. Well, look where it got you. Your friends are dead. And pretty soon you'll be dead too. Yup, looks like you were right. Just sit tight, because everything's gonna be alright.
Shut up!
I continued to condone myself within my own mind. Evidently, my own subconscious was more sarcastic than I was. Eventually, it reached the point where I just couldn't take anymore and screamed at myself to stop. In the process, I had caused Mia to stop her insane laughing. Using what little physical strength I had remaining, I craned my neck up to look at her. In turn, she looked down at me where I was laying on the floor. A short while passed before anything said anything, and then Mia opened her mouth.
How are you feeling, Megatron?
Her voice lacked 1 ounce of sympathy. It was like we were two people passing each other on the street, and she was simply asking me for the time. If I had the strength, I'd probably screamed at her, but instead I answered in an equally vacant-sounding voice.
My friends are dead.
I'm knocking on death's door. No, while you're here laughing it up like it's all one big comedy skit. So to answer your question, Mia, I felt better.
I see. That's good. Though, I guess it's not really. If Megatron had gotten sick much earlier, he wouldn't be hurting anymore. Such a shame.
She continued to gaze at me with hollow eyes. My vision was blurred, but I could at least determine that much. But I couldn't die yet. There were still questions that had yet to be answered, and this girl had all the answers.
I want you to tell me. Damn it!
I want you to tell me what's going on here.
Isn't it obvious? Megatron is dying.
That's not what I meant, and you know it. God, my voice is like killing me. I might just do a normal voice now because I can't do this voice anymore. That's not what I meant, and you know it. What I want to know is why I am dying. Why are the others dead? Why are you still okay? Why did all this happen?
That sure's a lot of questions. I wonder if I could answer them all before Megatron goes to sleep.
Fine. If that's too much to handle, then just answer one question. If you can answer this one single question, then I can die without regret.
All right. Ask me one single question, and I'll answer it.
Okay then. Mia, why did you lie?
Lie? I lied? That's not right. I didn't lie. Tell me when I lied.
Today, when you pretended to be their friend. All throughout lunch, we were laughing and having fun, and you were right there laughing along with us. At least that's how it would have looked to anybody who was watching us. Hell, even we, the people in the group who were fooled by your act. We really thought you had chosen to become part of the team, but you and I both know that wasn't really the case. You were only pretending to laugh, only pretending to have fun, and you were only pretending to be their friend, when deep down you wanted nothing more than for them to die. That, Mia, is when you lied. And what I want to know is why.
Megatron is silly. He's gotten himself all mixed up.
This wasn't right. I had just exposed Mia to her own lies. She should have been sweating bullets and struggling to come up with an answer. But instead, she just giggled at me like I just make some humiliating mistake. What was so funny? What did I miss?
Like I said, I didn't lie. Megatron merely misinterpreted that was really going on.
What do you mean? What was there to misunderstand? I remember it all perfectly. You went out of your way to pretend to be their friend when really you hated them.
When? Tell me when. When at any point did I say that I was their friend? When at any point did I say that they were my friends? I only ever referred to them as Megatron's friends, and that was before we even arrived at their table. I never considered them friends, nor did I ever say they were.
You didn't have to. You implied it by pretending to laugh and play with them.
Again, Megatron misinterprets what really happened. Every time I laughed, every time it looked like I was having fun, that was all genuine. There was never any pretending.
So you were telling me that although you hated them, you enjoyed being with them? That doesn't even work.
No, it doesn't. You just read too much into it.
Then explain it to me. Tell me what you're really laughing and carrying on about. What was so goddamn funny that it allowed you to laugh at that exact same time, but the person next to you was laughing at the joke they just told?
The fly on the ice cube.
Wow, really? She thinks that a fly on the ice cube, on her ice cube thing, is funny.
Uh-huh. The fly in the ice cube. A classic practical joke.
Oh, so she froze a fly in the ice cube or something. I don't know.
You stick the fly into an ice tray, fill it with water and freeze it. Then you stick it to the ice cube into the person's drink and watch them drink it, completely unaware that it's there. From that time you stick it in until that time they realize that it's there, it's really funny to watch.
So you're telling me that you're laughing and having fun because you secretly stuck a fly in their drinks?
Nobody was drinking anything at lunch, remember? Besides, that was just a simple example. That was just an example. The point is, I never pretended to laugh along with them, and therefore I never lied about being their friend. Megatron was just reading too much into it. Any assumptions that you made from what you witnessed were your own doing, not mine. I'll say it again. I didn't lie.
My head was starting to throb, and not just because I was hemorrhaging blood left, right, and center. Mia had taken my argument and completely torn it to shreds. If she ever went to a trial for our murders, her parents could completely save her a lot of money by simply having her repeat herself. In which case, she would probably win. Not exactly a comforting thought, given the circumstances. But that was the deal that with this talk about flies and ice cubes. But what was the deal with this talk about flies and ice cubes? What did Mia mean when she said that that's what was making her laugh? She said it herself. Nobody had drinks at that lunchtime. So what could have been laughing at that was similar to the fly in the ice cube? It didn't make any sense. Wait. Yes, it did. It made absolutely perfect sense. But like I told myself earlier, I was just too naive to consider it. And it gave me a perfect leverage to reinstate my claim. Mia did lie. And I could prove it. When the hell did I suddenly turn into Phoenix correct? Screw it. I was just gonna roll with it. Mia. You are a naughty little liar, girl. That makes no sense. You are a naughty little liar, girl. Okay, sure. Whatever. I was pondering over what you said about the flies in the ice cubes, and it reminded me of something. It reminded me of just how tasty your ravioli was today. If I recall, you made two kinds. White ones filled with veal, and green ones filled with cheese. And if memory serves, the veal ones were exceptionally popular. In fact, you might even say that they were to die for. Originality. They name is not Megatron. I seem to recall that you never ate any of the veal ones yourself, and when I queried you about it, you said the cheese ones are better for your health, which, given the circumstances, was true. If memory serves, the only time you ever picked up a veal one was when you were feeding them to me, and even then you could only pick them up with my fork. I guess you really didn't want to take any chances with him, did you? I must admit, that was a pretty clever move. Color-coded food. Green was safe, and white was poison. You could eat your own lunch in front of everyone without them being any wiser. Then all you had to do was invite the rest of us to try some, knowing full well that we would mainly eat the poison veil ones. And if anyone saw you eating one variety in favor of the other, they would assume that they were either being courteous to the rest of us, or that you simply preferred one over the other. Meanwhile, you just had to sit back and watch everyone and guessing their theoretical flies in the ice cubes. Very clever, Mia. But tell me, was watching for human beings die slowly and painfully really so gosh darn funny? Well?
You're being very indecisive right now.
Uh-huh.
Megatron has still yet to tell me what it was that I lied. Remember, that's what you were trying to prove right now. That was the one single question that I agreed to answer. But you're getting sidetracked. All of this talking about poison is irrelevant. You don't have time to waste asking me pointless questions that you already know the answer to anyway. Get to the part where you tell me when I lied. If you don't, then you'll die with regrets. See?
She was right. I already knew the answer to that question. If what Mia said was true, that she never lied during the course of her lunch break, then the answer was clear. Mia really did enjoy watching me and the others ingest the poison food and then succumb to its effects. After all, I was there when she started cracking up after the others had taken a turn for the worse. In fact, if I recall correctly, the exact moment she cranked up the volume was when one girl asked her to teach her how to make ravioli after they got released from the hospital. That actually was kind of funny, in a horrifically morbid kind of way. But now was not the time to start thinking like that. There wasn't enough time to question these minor details. I hated the thought of referring to my friend's deaths as minor details, but I was running on borrowed time. I'd make it up to them in heaven later. For now, I had to prove that Mia was guilty of lying, and unless my memory was failing me, I knew exactly where and when it happened. Alright, Mia. You want me to get back on track? Then that's what I'll do. Stay tuned because I'm about to blow your deceptive veil clean off.
Better hurry. After all, time is a factor, Megatron.
Hey, speak for yourself! Alright, mouth shut and ears open. It's time to finish this. Let's just fast forward a couple hours to the time when the others started displaying symptoms from the poison. What the fuck is this? Is this like some kind of, I don't know, case closed or something? Like Scooby-Doo or some kind of stuff? I don't know. You and I were at the point remained completely unaffected. Me because for some reason the poison hadn't taken effect. And you because you were never poisoned to begin with.
Poison? Do you mean virus?
Shut up! It seemed like a virus at a time. Give me a break. Anyway, when things started getting worse for the others, you and I left the classroom to call for help. I tried to call for an ambulance on my phone, but the battery had died. I was just about to go back into the classroom to borrow a phone from the others. But, as you no doubt recall, I never did. And do you know why that is, Mia? It's because right at that moment, when I was about to open the door, you stopped me. I turned to you and you said that I didn't need to do anything. And then you ran down the hallway to get some help. And a few minutes later, you came back. And when I asked you if you had any help coming, you said it was on the way. Only, it never came, did it, Mia? The help that you called for never showed up. Now, what do you suppose that was? Allow me to explain. It's because you never went for help. You never called for an ambulance. You told me that help was coming. And when in reality it wasn't. Ergo, Mia, you lied. Mia had gone completely silent. This was it. She was finished. Her veil of deception had been lifted, torn to pieces and thrown into the wild. I had won. Now it was time to receive my prize before I crossed over to the other side. Okay, Mia. A deal's a deal. It's time for answers. Start talking. The room was suddenly filled with sound of uproarious laughter. Mia had totally snapped. That is, more so than before, given the fact that she was already a homicidal maniac who murdered my friends. But still, it was kind of cool. I feel like I was in one of those movies where the good guy effortlessly reveals the villain's evil plans, and then suddenly the once composed villain completely loses his cool and goes on a tirade about how his plan was supposed to work. And judging by the way Mia was laughing, her claimed demeanor had been completely obliterated. I knew it wouldn't be long before she broke down and told me everything I wanted to know. I just hoped that she was a fast talker. I could feel my insides starting to boil up again. My time was almost up, but I refused to die until Mia came clean. Let's get on with it while I still have a pulse, Mia. Settle down and tell me why you lied. No. Ah, shit! Damn, she's a bitch. Thoughts.
Big on!
If she breathes, she's a thought. And she's breathing, so she's a thought. What do you mean, no?
No means no. I'm not telling you.
What? We had a deal. If I exposed your lies, you would answer my question.
That's right. I know what I said, but it looks like Megatron still doesn't.
Enough games, Mia. I won and you know it. You have to keep your promise. Don't tell me you lied about keeping your promise, did you?
I didn't lie.
Fine, then tell me what I want to know.
I won't.
Why not?
Because Megatron still hasn't told me when I lied. I'm under no obligation to tell you anything yet.
What are you talking about? Weren't you listening just now? You lied when you went to get help. And you then told me that help was on the way. Come on, Mia. Enough stalling. Hurry up and tell me. Tell me what I deserve to know.
It's so sad. Megatron doesn't realize what he's saying is wrong. He doesn't even remember what he wants me to confess about anymore. There's no point to any of this now.
Unbelievable. I had completely blown the lid on Mia's lies, and yet she just looked down at me like I was some pitiful animal and told me it was all for nothing. Why? Why wouldn't you tell me? Why was I just naive in thinking that you would keep your word? Was there really any chance that you were going to confess if you lost?
Megatron. I said that I would answer your question if you could tell me what it was that I lied. I haven't gone back on my word.
If that's true, Mia, then why wouldn't you answer my question?
Because you haven't proven anything yet.
All you've managed to do is analyze the scenario and drawn conclusions based on your own misinterpretations.
It's ironic. While it's trying to prove that I lied to you, you've ended up lying to yourself.
That can't be. That's not true. I don't understand what you mean. Where? Where did I make the mistake? How did I get it wrong? What did I misinterpret?
Me.
Huh?
The one thing completely misinterpreted was me.
Let me guess. When he asked her to go get some help and she came back, she meant the help was her. Oh, that sly little devil.
Let's reset the scenario. When you left the classroom after your friends had gotten sick, you attempted to phone for help. But then you realized that the batteries in your phone had died, at which point you attempted to return into the classroom and use one of your friend's phones, right?
Right, which is when you stopped me and told me that I didn't need to do anything. Then you ran for help. And when you came back, I asked you if help was coming, and you said it was.
You're doing it again, Megatron. You're getting ahead of yourself. You need to go over the facts more thoroughly. Don't just jump to conclusions, or you'll just end up making more mistakes.
Huh?
Please be quiet and let me finish.
That was just wrong. I was being criticized by my own killer. One minute she was laughing like a maniac. The next she was calm, collected, and lecturing me on the importance of analyzing the facts. Apparently Mia had the ability to lose and regain her composure at will. Was this really the same girl who just yesterday was falling to pieces over a scratch on my knee? It didn't seem that way anymore.
As I was saying, when you attempted to return to the classroom, that was when I stopped you. At which point I said, and I quote, "No need to do that," followed by, "I'll be back shortly." Now you assume that the both of those sentences were in relation to the same topic, which was calling for help. However, they weren't.
Huh? What do you mean?
As I've been saying from the start, you misinterpreted what I was saying or doing.
Huh?
When I stopped you from going inside, it wasn't because I intended to call for help myself. I knew that it would be too late before any help arrived. The poison would have already killed your friends. Though, not you, apparently. Still, there wouldn't have been anything the doctors could to do to save you. And let's face it, you wanted us to die.
Oh, and let's face it, you wanted us to die. That's the real reason you stopped me.
Right! And then you said that
you would be back shortly, and then took off, leaving me to believe that you were going to call for help. But in reality, you were simply trying to trick me into thinking that.
I said that those two sentences were unrelated, remember? Even so, you may not have said that you were going for help.
Even though you may not have said that you were going for help, but you were still managed to mislead me.
How you choose to interpret my actions was entirely your own fault.
Well then, tell me, Mia. If you didn't simply run away to throw me off, then what did you run away for? Let me guess, she needed to go to the bathroom or something. Mia reached into her school bag and pulled out a pair of scissors. They were soaked with blood. I knew that it couldn't have come from my friends because Mia had never gotten close to their bodies. That could only mean one thing.
Eliminating anyone who could have passed by and attempted to assist us.
Eliminating anybody who could attempt to assist us.
Correct.
Mia placed the scissors back into her bag. So, how many people did you slaughter before you returned?
Let's move on.
She completely dismissed my question and returned to the case at hand. Not that I had any leeway to get sidetracked now. Anyway, I'm sorry whoever it was that Mia killed. If you're in heaven, go see my friends. I'll meet up with you shortly and make it up to you then.
Let's summarize. I told you not to go into the classroom because I wanted your friends to die. I told you that I'd be back, and then I ran away in order to locate and kill any potential intruders. But at no point during or after that time frame did I say anything that would suggest I was doing anything else. Nor did I ever try to manipulate you into thinking that I was doing anything other than I was doing. Any assumptions you made were the result of the conclusions that you came onto your own. I didn't lie.
Oh no. Are you absolutely sure about that, Mia? Absolutely, positively sure? Let us not forget the last portion of that little scenario. The part where you returned in and I asked you if you were able to get help.
I haven't forgotten anything, but it's obvious that you have.
Oh, have I now?
Yes. Because if you hadn't forgotten, then the two of us would have not been having this conversation right now.
How do you figure?
think for a moment. Did things really play out that way you envisioned them? Did I really say that to you that help was on its way?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure you did.
You don't seem too sure of yourself, Megatron.
Wait a minute. You're trying to trick me now, aren't you? You've been feeding me all this crap about never trying to mislead me, and yet here you are trying to pull it off right now. That in itself qualifies as lying.
It would, if I really was trying to trick you. But I'm not. I'm merely trying to get you to reassess the scenario more thoroughly.
My ass! You're just trying to throw me off track again.
I'm not. Nor have I ever. You think I told you that help was on the way. But I didn't. I never even so as mentioned the word help.
Even though this beating around the bush, Mia? If you're so sure I'm wrong, then help set the record straight. What did you say to me when you returned to the classroom?
When I come back, you asked me, what's the verdict? In relation to your presumption that I had called for help. And I replied, people will come soon.
So I was right. I was right all along. You did lie. You said that people were coming, but they didn't. They never came. It wasn't true. It was a lie. You lied. That means I win. I win, Mia. And that means you have to tell me what I want to know. Come on. Hell with it. Tell me. Tell me, Mia. Tell me everything. Tell me now. That was actually me coughing. God, my voice is like really dry right now.
When the night ends and a new day begins, this school will be full of students again. They will open the door to this room and they will see you, Megatron, and your friends lying on the floor together, as all good friends do. In other words, people will come soon and find your corpses. Like I said, Megatron, I didn't lie. I didn't lie.
The end. Ah! We died again. This time it was because of a fucking pasta. Wasn't that fantastic, guys? That was great. Applause, everybody. A round of applause. That was fantastic. Oh, what other endings are there? I have no idea. I'm pretty sure there's more. Okay, so let's go back actually. Load game. Okay, so this part right here, we already went through all 3 parts. So we can actually go back to the first 2 because right about there is where we split. But yeah, one of the endings was on my previous live stream, not the previous one last week, but I mean like a long time ago. I was playing this game and I got the happy ending, which is supposed to be the good ending. There's that, and I don't know the other ones. So, yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, shout out to Stealth Soldier for being awesome. Yeah, true. Yeah. So we just died, and yeah, that's it of it. That's the gist of it, really. But yeah, thanks for coming on, guys. That's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Did you
Dink the Ringster. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoy it. This is probably the last playthrough. So next week, expect something else. If you guys have any suggestions as to what I should play next, by all means, please leave a comment in the description. I will try to find more Yandere visual novels. I'm sure there are some, and see if I can play it on the stream. But yeah, that's pretty much it, really. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and all that good shit. Go that shit. I can't cuss. Yeah, I still cuss at the same time. I don't know what's wrong with me. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And my voice is dead, just like my soul. But yeah, bye.